Four schools. Let me just finish this. So wealthy families are overwhelmingly the recipients of school voucher tax credits. I'm not making this up. This has been studied.
Can I just finish what I was saying so that I don't lose my thought? The point.
What happens if the drama on film starts to influence real-life situations? That's exactly what fans are talking about after a contentious on-air confrontation that left some of The View's most prominent voices at odds. How about the consequences? It's juicier than anybody could have guessed. I realize that now. This one has it all, so hold on tight. Violent arguments, disturbances, accusations, and many repercussions. Let's begin by uncovering the truth about the inner workings of the most talked-about show on daytime television.
Tone-deaf commentary from Sunny Hostin. I just don't think it's the case that the frustration with illegal immigration that is a bipartisan.
It all started during a planned discussion about immigration rules on an episode of The View. A standard hot topics discussion, right? Not quite. Things turned heated when conservative guest Alyssa Farah Griffin interrupted to dispute some of Sunny Hostin's claims about immigration over the northern border. Sunny, who never backs down, was in the middle of criticizing Trump's immigration policies when Alyssa repeatedly interrupted. Let's face it, Sunny was not having any of it. Clearly annoyed, she tried to ignore the interruptions and even asked to be allowed to finish speaking without further disruption. Alyssa, however, always a fierce defender, refused to concede. The tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. Just when it seemed the awkwardness couldn't get any worse, Whoopi Goldberg, the show's moderator, had to step in. She firmly requested that Alyssa allow Sunny to finish this time. The entire audience gasped. Whoopi, who usually maintains her composure, was now playing referee.
Which, by the way, how annoying is The View getting? God, they're insufferable, that lot, aren't they? It's just a side effect.
But the drama didn't stop there. After the commercial break, Whoopi addressed the elephant in the room, jokingly attributing the heated discussion to the limited time they had to cover so many topics. Alyssa apologized live on air, acknowledging that she is trying to refrain from interjecting and that things can get heated at times. However, judging from Sunny's averted glance and crossed arms, the apology didn't seem to be enough to mend the situation.
Having some more conservative voices on your network, actually not making them pariahs, not directing your audience to feel that everything that Donald Trump does.
Naturally, social media exploded. Online, viewers of the broadcast argued about who was to blame. Team Sunny supporters praised her for standing her ground and chastised Alyssa for being rude and invasive. Meanwhile, Alyssa's supporters claimed that Sunny was overreacting and that she was merely trying to correct misinformation. One viewer even wrote, "This show is getting more intense than a soap opera. Can we grab some popcorn and watch Sunny and Alyssa fight?" Clearly, no one can get enough of the drama. If you thought the tension on camera was bad, wait until you hear what happened off camera. Rumor has it that things became even more heated during the commercial break. According to those close to the production, the show's producers had to step in to calm the co-host before the broadcast could continue. Allegedly, Sunny turned to Alyssa and asked, "Why am I even here if you're going to interrupt me every time?" Ouch. It seems like a great deal of hostility still lingers between these two. Sunny Hostin is no stranger to controversy. The outspoken co-host has a history of making bold, sometimes divisive statements that spark debates both on and off the show. Remember her comments about uneducated white women during the electoral demographics discussion? That remark infuriated the audience, who accused Sunny of bigotry and being out of touch. She later clarified that she was referring to white women without college degrees, but the backlash was swift and the damage had already been done.
According to the documents, he knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services, including arthroscopic surgery.
But Sunny's problems don't stop there. In a recent federal case, her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, was charged with insurance fraud. Allegations suggest that Dr. Hostin and his medical practice were involved in a scheme to overbill insurance companies for unnecessary procedures. The complaint, filed under federal racketeering laws, claims that Dr. Hostin received kickbacks in exchange for these activities. Although Sunny has strongly defended her husband and called the investigation a smear campaign, the allegations have undoubtedly affected her reputation. Sunny hasn't remained silent about this. In a strong statement, she declared that because of her public profile, the insurance company filing the lawsuit was targeting her marriage. They know they don't have a valid case, so they're trying to poison the well of public opinion, she said. She even demanded a public apology from the company and threatened to file a defamation countersuit. Talk about fighting back.
So we know Sunny Hostin and her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, are preparing for a legal battle to fight accusations that he committed federal insurance fraud.
While Sunny's public defense of her husband is commendable, many are questioning whether it is helping or hurting her case. Legal experts argue that because of her high-profile status, the situation could become even more complicated. One analyst noted that when a public figure like Sunny speaks out so strongly, it can motivate the opposition to push even harder. The Hostin family may be in for a prolonged legal battle with no clear resolution in sight. Insiders say that Sunny is determined to protect her family's reputation, but at what personal and professional cost? There are even whispers that her co-hosts have been discussing the case behind the scenes. Although none have addressed the issue on air, sources indicate that tensions are brewing beneath the surface. One insider claims that some of Sunny's colleagues believe the controversy is detracting from the View's focus on political and cultural debates. Could their silence be a sign of a deeper divide among the panel? The View has certainly had its fair share of personality clashes in the past.
And it's a very serious crime. In fact, it's one of the largest, if not the largest, RICO case in New York's history.
Additionally, speculation is growing about how this case could affect Sunny's future on the show. Some argue that because The View thrives on controversy, Sunny's legal drama might actually boost ratings as viewers tune in to see if the issue will be addressed. Others, however, believe that the ongoing media attention might force producers to reconsider her role. For now, Sunny appears unfazed, continuing to voice her strong opinions and staying true to her convictions. But with the show's lineup constantly evolving, how long can she remain in the hot seat before the pressure becomes too much? Meanwhile, Alyssa Farah Griffin isn't exactly free from scrutiny either. Known for her frequent interruptions and heated clashes with co-hosts, she has developed a reputation for being aggressive. While some admire her assertiveness, others find her abrasive and accuse her of trying to control the conversation. The question remains, can Alyssa be forceful without alienating her colleagues? Only time will tell.
Her husband accused of committing federal insurance fraud in a lawsuit, okay? Now, let's read this. Rob, is this a video?
Well, I have this. I'll show you this. About,
Let me just read this and I'll come to you. So, Dr. Emmanuel Manny Hostin, an orthopedic surgeon and husband of The View co-host Sunny Hostin, is accused in December lawsuit fraudulently billing insurance. By the way, this is a Daily Caller story I'm reading. The lawsuit alleges Hostin knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services in exchange for kickbacks and or compensation, and names him among nearly 200 defendants in one of New York's largest RICO cases. Wow. Hostin's attorney, Daniel Twites, denies the allegations, calling the lawsuit a meritless attempt by a near-bankrupt insurance carrier to intimidate doctors and restrict healthcare benefits. The case involves claims that Hostin performs unnecessary surgeries on patients after minor accidents without exploring less invasive treatments, with American Transit citing New York's 1974 no-fault law as contributing to widespread insurance fraud.
And then there's Whoopi Goldberg. As the show's moderator, she faces the daunting task of maintaining balance among a panel full of strong personalities. While she often uses her wit and humor to diffuse tense situations, she appeared noticeably frustrated during this latest clash. Some viewers are even calling on her to be more proactive in keeping the discussion civil. So what are we left with here? The View has always been known for its controversy, but this latest drama is taking things to a whole new level. Alyssa Farah Griffin's on-air interruptions, Sunny Hostin's legal troubles, and Whoopi Goldberg's struggle to maintain order have created an atmosphere more volatile than ever. But let's be honest, that's exactly why we're all watching. Whether you love it or hate it, The View remains the talk of the town, and it doesn't seem like that will change anytime soon. But what do you think? Is Sunny Hostin being unfairly targeted, or does she need to tone down her rhetoric? And does Alyssa Farah Griffin add valuable insight to the conversation, or is she just stirring the pot? So what do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below. And if you don't want to miss out on the hottest celebrity news, make sure to subscribe to Daily Finder.